Sometimes in life, situations may seem not to make sense. We run into challenges that are beyond our explanation. We are chased by fears that we alone cannot contend with the thoughts in our hearts. Sometimes in life, we just need more than focus to exist. We just need more than our thoughts to hold our nerves. We need a force that is beyond our explanation. In life, most of the times, we are surrounded by plagues, challenges, fears, and even tears, occasionally the atmosphere we may find ourselves. All might seem so bad. Frustrated we are, tired, and tensed. Sometimes we may search for answers, finding them not. Sometimes we may battle for solutions, and the search seems endless. And even those that seem to be our friends may desert us. Holding them back, we are left alone to pursue our challenges and our pain. Except the Lord be with a man, his ways are empty and hopeless. And most of the times we find ourselves locked up in a dark room of faithlessness and pain, frustration and torment. The only thing we can actually boast of then is ourselves holding our necks so strong. But most of the times when we pray in so much intensity, the expectations might just be really different. And after intense prayer comes the news, the moment of faith. And our expectations seem to have been cut short. Our expectations seem to have been ended. Our expectations seem to have been foiled. Our hearts are broken from one dangerous news to another. We are sinking in fear. And the entire world seems crashing upon our head. And the only thing we can just do then is to break down in tears. No matter how we are pained, no matter how we cry, tears never changes any situation. Tears only provokes pity. Pity that never takes us to a dimension of positivity. And even when we cry and we scream, and the enemy and the rebel comes hear our pain, it adds no positivity to our move. For the reality that stands before us is that what has happened has happened. And the only thing we can do at this moment is to call upon that God that has called us to exist and know the challenge that has brought us this far. And in times of sorrows, when the moment of truth knocks, what do we do? Even when it's looking so bad, faith will certainly say no. When we find ourselves in agonizing situations, tormenting situations, we must not forget that a God called us. We must not forget the role of the comforter in our lives. Most of the times when we are lost in our walls, when we are surrounded by our demons, families can only but come to offer their human guidance. Most of the times, guidance occasioned by humanity is logical, but guidance occasioned by the Maker might seem illogical. And faith is a principle that works in illogicality. In our darkest times, persons will come with suggestions. We become experimental tools for various advices. There is so much for everybody to say. Everyone wants to partner with that situation we are finding ourselves. Everybody wants to use us as a practice ground for advice and counseling. In the darkest of our pains, the greatest strength we can draw is that strength we are drawing from within. The greatest force we can rely on is the force of connectivity from the realm of the natural to the atmosphere of the supernatural. If only we can just silence our hearts, there comes a sign of light at the end of the tunnel. And in the midst of every challenges, we do not see the dead situation. All we see is Jesus. And when all seems so terrible, we rush with the admiration of the Maker, with the sight of Jesus upon our eyes. What we behold as we express the energy of faith is Jesus. We speak to that death situation in so much force and energy because we do not see death, we see Jesus. We do not see failure, we see success. We do not see end, we see beginning. We do not see isolation, we see resurrection. And when they press us, all we see is I see Jesus. And even when at that moment it is seeming as if it has not worked, the force of the Maker shall come and align with our faith. For Jesus shall birth the energy into life. The greatest force upon earth isn't just prayer, it is the force of faith that provokes victory from the realm of illogicality, making logicality illogical. Faith is the sight of Jesus. Be broken and let faith be bettered out.
Shut your eyes and pray. There is a mountain, there is a Goliath standing in your life. Tell that thing that I no agree. Jesus is alive. Jesus is alive.